Yo, good evening, USA, International Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, the tri-state areas of New Jersey and Connecticut, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, rhymes with now or later. Your host with the most, misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, creator, YouTuber, and Queens, New York native who is also a New York Giants, New York Knicks, and New York Mets fan from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you are now rocking with me by tuning in, listening, and watching the 447th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York Avenue podcast. Live and direct from StreamYard alongside in the comfort of my room where I do my podcast recordings. And of course, live on YouTube. This is the platform to talk about various topics, whether it's in music news like hip hop, R&B, whatever it may be, and of course, some transit talks alongside with some movie news, some TV news, TV shows, TV series that's getting renewed, canceled, getting a new TV premiere, and all that great stuff right there, and some gaming news as well. So I got y'all with all that as well, and there you go right there. So I hope everyone had a nice weekend despite the crazy weather that happened, and I hope nobody got hurt. No, hopefully there's no fatalities. Hopefully there's nobody that I know that's basically a victim to the crazy weather that we had. So I did hear that some people's cars got hit by a tree, so it's going to be hectic to actually get the windshield fixed as far as like the top of the car. So there you go right there. Listen, so you can go ahead and click on that subscribe button on this channel right here, G Money Stacks 555, for episodes that's already uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page. Leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments section below about the topics in each episode. And of course, click on the notification alerts so you'll know when I'll be on the air live doing live stream recordings of this podcast. All right, let's get into this. Hang on one second. Let me just set this thing up real quick. Let's get into this segment right here. The New York Mass Transit Files. Let's go. All right. Let's have a transit talk on an incident that happened recently. All right. And that happened recently. So recently, that took place in June. Here's what's happening according to QNS. A man was struck and killed by an M train in Ridgewood on Tuesday afternoon, according to authorities. The FDNY received a 911 call reporting a person struck by a train at Forest Avenue subway station at around 2:10 p.m. that took place on June 9th. Police from the 104th Precinct in Ridgewood responded to the station and found the 35-year-old victim beneath the train in grave condition. Emergency crews requested that power be shut down so they could extricate his body. Once he was removed from the track bed, EMS pronounced him dead at the scene. Damn, man. And you wonder why it is not safe in subway stations anymore. Okay, so um, an NYPD spokesperson said no criminality was suspected. The train operator later told investigators that he observed the man on the platform jump in front of his train, according to a law enforcement source. Man, this is so fucking ridiculous right there. Um, this is ridiculous. Um, the city's chief medical examiner will determine the cause of death. Amtrak's service resumed with residual delays following a temporary suspension between Myrtle Avenue and Metropolitan Avenue in both directions, an MTA spokesperson said. All right, now we got another now we got an issue that we got to talk about too. So for those of you who take the 1, 2, and 3 trains, there are some service changes that you need to look out for. Um, and this is from, for those of you who may not, this is from amny.com. All right. This is not me spreading misleading information. So let's not get it twisted. So the MTA warned, hold on. Hold on a second. So the FCA warned 1, 2, and 3 train riders on Tuesday of service changes it is making beginning this weekend in order to replace switches on the 7th Avenue subway line in Lower Manhattan. Strap hangers on all 3 lines, in addition to the 5 line, should prepare for the weekend switch ups starting on July 24th, which is this Friday, and running through August 24th, the agency said. On each of those weekends, the modified schedules will be in effect from 9:30 p.m. on Friday through 5 a.m. on Monday. The MTA said the work is necessary because the switches mechanisms that allow trains to move between local and express tracks are past their useful lives and must be updated to improve reliability and on-time performance. It will also use those outages to perform structural maintenance, inspections, and electrical work. End quote. We're replacing antiquated switches to reduce delays, improve service reliability, and deliver a smoother ride, said Demetrius Critchlow, president of MTA New York City Transit. As one of the oldest and largest systems in the world, we are constantly upgrading infrastructure to keep New York moving, and we appreciate riders' patience as we perform this necessary upgrade, he added. When it comes to the changes, the 1 train which normally terminates at South Ferry near Lower Manhattan's Battery Park will instead not travel south of 14th Street. The 2 train will only run between Manhattan and the Bronx, between 34th Street, Penn Station, and um, Eastchester Dyer Avenue, meaning Brooklyn bound riders will need to take the 5 to reach its stops in that borough. In the Bronx, the 2 will replace the 5 on the last leg of its usual Bronx route from East 180th Street and Eastchester Dyer Avenue. The 3 train will not run at all. The 4, which normally terminates at Crown Heights Utica Avenue, will substitute for the 3 and go to New Lots Avenue. While meanwhile, the 5 will run on the usual 2 line, going between Wakefield, 241st Street, and Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn College. The MTA is encouraging riders to visit its website for updated information on the service changes. Next, we have Jenna Lieber, who is addressing, who's who's been addressing the the preparation for torrential rainfall on the heels. Yes, so there you go. So the MTA officials insisted on Tuesday that the agency is prepared for more torrential rainfall on the heels of deluges last weekend, captured by riders in a series of apocalyptic social media videos showing water gushing into several subway stations. General Lever, the MTA's chair and CEO, said during a July 21st news conference at the agency's hydraulics facility in downtown Brooklyn that it is ready for multiple forecasted inches of rainfall over the next several days. The MTA chair said agency personnel and equipment such as water pump rooms, emergency trucks, and trains outfitted with pumps, as well as others designed to clear debris from tracks, will be at the ready as storms roll in. He said personnel are also clearing drains and covering vents at flood prone locations throughout the system, in addition to checking emergency generators ahead of the downpours. End quote. Priority number one is getting the water out of the system, Lieber said. Everybody at the MTA is organized today to evaluate the conditions in real time and to have an organized response. Lieber said pumping water out of the subway is so routine for the agency that it removes an average of 13 million gallons on any given day. He said the MTA's 286 pump rooms act as a front line of defense against flooding that could disrupt train operations during severe rainstorms. The agency is also positioning water pump trucks at borough command centers, such as the downtown Brooklyn facility, so they can be deployed. So they can be deployed wherever needed. However, Lieber noted that despite the MTA's preparations, it is now dealing with storms that are far more frequent and more powerful than they were previously due to climate change. He said those weather events are overwhelming the city's sewer infrastructure, leading the excess water to rush back into the subway. We are still pumping a ton of water out of the subway system, but sometimes it has nowhere to go because the city's sewer system is overwhelmed, Lieber said. That's what creates some of those flooding conditions that you see on social media. The videos he referenced showed water pouring from station ceilings and cascading down staircases. Lieber said the MTA is working with Mayor Zoran Mandani's administration on the issue, encouraging them to invest long term in growing the city's sewer capacity. Additionally, he said that in the meantime, they are urging the city to increase the intake capacity of connections between its sewers and the MTA's pumping system. End quote. This is a generational investment that needs to be made starting now, he said. Because climate change is here, it's real. Torrential rainfall is not going away, and we have to make sure that we can handle more than an inch and a half in an hour without shutting down our mass transit lifeline. One area where the city could make a tangible improvement, Lewis said, is raising curbs near subway grates up to 7 inches. He said the change could help prevent water accumulating in the street from flowing down through the grates and into the system. The 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 transit boss said the MTA has itself invested in raising the vent above sidewalk level as another way to stop water from spilling into the subway as part of the agency's 2025 to 2029 capital plan. The agency says it has already installed the raised vents at 21 stations. The $68 billion blueprint for infrastructure improvements the MTA plans to make throughout the system is in the coming years, including $700 million for climate resiliencies, upgrades like raising the sidewalk vents. Other such improvements in the plan include modernizing 14 pump rooms and raising stairways at the entrances of 100 stations. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. In other transit talk news, the New York City budget deal includes a significant expansion of the Fair Fares program, offering half-price subway, bus, and paratransit trips to an additional 340,000 New Yorkers who will now be eligible to participate, according to City Council Speaker Julie Manning's office. The speaker shook hands with Mayor Zohran Mamdani on the $125.8 billion spending plan on Tuesday morning, and it is set to be passed by the council later today, which took place June 30th, the deadline date for the city budget. Well, yeah, that's it. That's interesting. Hold on. 1 second here. 1 second. All right, so the budget will make fair fares accessible to New Yorkers living at or below 200% of the federal poverty level, up 50 percentage points from its current threshold of 150% of the federal poverty level. That means individuals making up to $31,920 a year and families of four making up to $66,000 annually will now qualify for the benefit, according to the Speaker's office. The expanded eligibility makes roughly 1.3 million New Yorkers able to access the half-price fares, according to the Speaker's office. The expansion is made possible by an additional $54 million for the coming fiscal year, on top of the $120.6 million in already locked-in funding for the program. Menon, who made expanding the program one of her key demands this city budget cycle, said the $3 fare is just too high for many New Yorkers. This is the largest expansion of fair fares in council history, Menon said during a city council news conference following the budget handshake. Specifically, that means for nearly 1.3 million working New Yorkers, we are making public transit more affordable. These are New Yorkers who rely on subway, buses, and paratransit to get to work in the morning, to make it to school on time, to access all kinds of opportunities. The deal shows that Mamdani agreed to fund the expansion of fair fares, even though he has mostly spoken about his own campaign pledge to make city buses free instead. During the news conference, Mandani said the expansion is in line with his broader vision for making buses free. We raised this fair fares eligibility to an historic amount, Mandani said, and we do that while delivering buses that are not only fast but also free. And that is part of our medium-term vision. Our long-term vision, we can believe and fight for these things all at the same time. The agreed upon expansion appears um, to be an amalgamation of various proposals for growing fair fares this budget cycles. Those pitches came from the council itself, a coalition of transit and anti-poverty advocates, and the fiscally conservative Citizens Budget Commission. It it slightly differs from what the council proposed in its April response to Mandani's January preliminary budget plan. That proposal called for making fair fares free to those making up to 150% of the the federal poverty line, which which would have covered everyone who was currently eligible at the time. Jack Lobo, Menace spokesperson, said the council ultimately chose this path because it reaches more people who are riding transit more often. Advocates were pushing for an even larger increase, calling for both the council's original proposal and for half fare trips to be available to those earning between 150% to 300% of the federal poverty level. But Brian Fritsch, Associate Director of the Permanent Citizens Advisory Committee to the MTA, one of the groups pushing for the expansion, said that although the deal was not everything advocates wanted, it is still a really good step in the right direction. It's something we've been calling for years, Fritsch told AM New York. It's not everything, but I think we want to deliver affordability to the people who need it. It won't include those that are working minimum wage full time, at very least, at that level. But it'll still bring new benefits to a large number of New Yorkers who don't currently receive it, which is great. It sounds like good news to me, though. It sounds like good news to me. And I guess the moral of the story is, I mean, you're not gonna always get what you want, though, man. But at least it's a start. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and just go with it. All right. Let me make sure I have some other topics to talk about. Oh, wait a minute here. I do want to talk about a passing. I do want to talk about a passing. So let me just oh shit. Um all right. Okay. Time for chatting all the jazz. All right. Unfortunately, we got to start off with some unfortunate, sad news to talk about here, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all were familiar with Poster Boy. So according to Coin Complex, I didn't get a chance to touch on it because everything was I had so much going on for me, so I figured I'd just talk about it right here. So Poster Boy has reportedly passed away at the age of 43. Poster Boy was popularly known for such songs as Jurassic Harlem, which sampled John Williams' famous Jurassic Park score, as well as being the first winner of BET's 106 & Park Freestyle Friday. His Freestyle Friday dominance as a champion lasted 7 straight weeks and ultimately led to his induction in the Hall of Fame. Oof. This is some heavy stuff, man. Yeah. This is some heavy stuff. I mean, hold on 1 second here. Yeah. Yeah, that part. Several artists took to social media to mourn the loss of the 43-year-old former battle rapper. Mickey Fax used his Instagram account to pay tribute to the artist. And let me see. Sky Zoo also shouted out Poster Boy with a message in honor of his life. So he said on X, "Damn, RIP Poster Boy. As a 106 Park alumni, the run Poster started made that audition lineup around the corner twice after he retired 7 straight. We all wanted in. Much love to his legacy and strength to his family indeed." Okay, so in an interview with All Hip Hop, Poster Boy reflected on his cancer diagnosis after he noticed swelling in the area of his testicles. After undergoing emergency surgery to remove one of his testicles, he went through 5 months of chemotherapy to shrink the cancerous mass that spread to his kidneys. When Poster Boy was able to have surgery, the procedure took nearly 12 hours because doctors realized that the mass wrapped around his liver and other vital organs. The rapper revealed he nearly died halfway through the surgery. So, yeah, SIP to Poster Boy. All right, moving on to I want to talk about the cause and effects of the Canada wildfires. Now, as I was watching TV and basically watching some stuff on my Android tablet, there was the sky was like between a yellow and white because of all the smoke that was in the air. So I want to actually get into the cause and effect on this. So I want to actually touch on this actually, according to Yahoo News. So the wildfire crisis gripping Canada. You probably remember I actually touched on something similar to this actually. The Pacific Palisades wildfire that happened in 2025. It's crazy though, man. So yeah, this is similar to what happened too. So yeah, so the wildfire crisis gripping Canada is leaving its mark across the country with towering flames, smoky skies, and increasing evacuation orders becoming the reality for communities from British Columbia to Ontario and the North. Canada has now surpassed 3 million hectare. Hold on, 3 million hectares burning. No, excuse me, burned during the 2026 wildfire season, with nearly 1,000 fires burning nationwide as officials warn extreme heat, dry conditions, and shifting weather patterns continue to fuel the crisis. Beyond the flames, Canada's wildfire season is igniting a political dispute, with Canadian and U.S. politicians clashing over the causes of wildfire smoke crossing the border and how much responsibility each country should bear. Yeah. So there you go. There you go right there. So as I'm looking at this actually, so this is a chart right here. I'll actually say what's on the graph right there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it on here because I don't want to be copy strike. So let me just say it right here. So this is new fires actually. So this is let me see. So this took place on the 20th, right? A nationwide wildfire map, July 20th. How many fires are currently burning in Canada? Active fires in Canada today, 9:15. So the map below details locations of wildfires across Canada and classified by status of red equal out of control, yellow being held, blue under control, purple out of control, monitored. All right, so British Columbia 106, Yukon 22, Alberta 13, Northwest Territories 202, Saskatchewan 59, Manitoba 146, Ontario 185, Quebec 141, Newfoundland and Labrador 7, New Brunswick 1, Nova Scotia 2, nothing on Prince Edward Island, and Parks Canada 31. Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is crazy. Okay, so let me just see. Let me see. Canada's 2026 wildfire season surpassed 3 million hect- hectares burned. The new normal, most Canadians link worsening wildfires to climate change poll finds. Cross-border smoke blame game flares up again at the Cheeseface 47's comments. When wine No, wind a critical factor as fire triggers evacuation alert for 8,000 in Kimberley, British of Columbia. You are true heroes. Canadians show appreciation for wildfire firefighters as thousands of firefighters battle flames from coast to coast. Canadians are taking a moment to recognize the crews working on the front lines. Across social media, messages of gratitude are pouring in for the firefighters facing long hours, dangerous conditions, and the growing challenge of protecting communities from the country's raging wildfires. One user shared a heartfelt message thanking the firefighters, first responders, and pilot risking their lives to protect communities from wildfires, calling them true heroes for running towards danger so others can stay alive. Another user simply summed up their gratitude in 2 words: true heroes. One user shared a message of appreciation for the forest firefighters, thanking them for their efforts to protect communities and prevent the crisis uh, from becoming even worse. And this person says they have families, they have lives, they have their own stresses, yet they risk it all every day to help others. Um, a huge thank you to all the firefighters working to put out all the out of control fires. Without you, this would be so much worse. So there it is, right there. Yeah. One user shared a message of gratitude for the first responders, pilots, and wildfire crews working to contain fires across Canada, thanking everyone doing their part to protect communities. And this person says, just want to show my appreciation for all the people helping to stop these fires in Canada, to all the first responders, pilots, and anyone out there doing their part. Thank you. Another comment thanked the firefighters, first responders, emergency crews, and volunteers working around the clock to protect communities impacted by wildfires, excuse me, while sending support to families forced to evacuate and those affected by the devastation. Canada is strongest when we stand together. The message read. Okay, so this person says, thank you to the brave firefighters, first responders, emergency crews, and volunteers um, working tireless, tirelessly to protect our communities. Our thoughts are with every family forced to evacuate and everyone affected by these devastating fires. Canada is strongest when we stand together, stay focused, stay united, and don't pay attention to the idiot in the White House talking about taxing Canada for wildfire smoke instead of asking what America can do to lend a helping hand. This is a time for neighbors to help neighbors, not score political points. Yeah, yeah. So there you go, right there you go, right there, though, man. It's just crazy. Canada's North Blaze, NWT, battles hundreds of wildfires. Oh, so this is the Northwest Territories, has become one of the country's biggest wildfire hotspots, with more than 200 active fires stretching across the region, um, according to the territory's wildfire dashboard. Nearly all are considered out of control as crews battle rapidly changing conditions and residents face worsening air quality from wildfire smoke. Environment Canada has also issued air quality warnings across much of the region. Smoke from the hundreds of active wildfires is causing poor air quality and reduced visibility, with conditions expected to persist through Tuesday. Two communities in the Northwest Territories remain under evacuation measures as wildfires continue to impact the region. Wrigley, the community, remains under an evacuation order that was first issued on June 29th of this year. Residents are advised to continue following local updates and emergency guidance. Fort Simpson, Fort Simpson, the community's evacuation order has been downgraded to an evacuation alert as of July 18th. Um, the alert replaces the order that had been in place since June 28th, allowing residents to remain prepared to leave if conditions change. Um, Chief um, Chief Chief Kelly of Lee DQ First Nation, one of the communities impacted by wildfires, shared a video showing a water bomber dropping retardant over a blaze, praising the firefighting efforts with the caption, truly amazing what they are doing. Yeah. And yeah, that's crazy, man. So, that's crazy, man. Let me see. If we go to, hold on a second. Hold on a second here. I did, I did see a graph, right there that I want to go over actually. So, so there's a graph with a question that says, "How concerned are you about each of the following wildfire-related issues?" So, in this graph from Yahoo News, um, it's like impacts on wildlife and natural areas between 44%, 41%, and 13. Damage to homes or property 31%, 45%, and 21. Um, and and of course, wildfire smoke affecting air quality 33%, 43%, 21%, and impacts on tourism and local businesses 16%, 46%, 34%. Um, Evacuation orders or alerts affecting your community 18%, 30%, 47%. I should break down the colors actually. So the one in dark red says very concerned, the one in pink says concerned, and the one in light gray not concerned, and dark gray not sure, can't say. All right, so I want to get into the cause and effects because I feel like this is important to talk about here. Um, the United States is burning faster than usual this year, while massive smoke plumes from Canadian wildfires deplete air quality on both sides of the border. Experts believe the severity of the current fire season, affecting millions of acres of land between both countries, was primed by climate extremes. More than 100 wildfires raged in Canada on Thursday, and strong winds were carrying their smoke, plus more from a few large fires in Minnesota across the upper Midwest and northeastern U.S., exposing millions to harmful pollution. Around 3,500 Canadian fires have enveloped about 2.3 million acres of land this year, a startling statistic that's less on par with the country's 10-year average number of acres burned by mid-July. It's actually lower than Canada's 5-year average, which is twice as high after recent extreme fire seasons. Fire seasons in Canada, the US, and elsewhere across the world are starting earlier and lasting longer. They are also harder to contain, smoldering through the winter as zombie fires, according to the Canadian Climate Institute, which has noted how climate change worsens wildfire threats and, in some instances, may multiply the likelihood of extreme fire weather several times over. In the U.S., close to 40,000 fires have torn through more than 3.6 million acres so far in 2026 of this year, including 500,000 acres in the last 2 weeks alone, according to the U.S. National in- Interagency Fire Center. That's almost 10,000 more fires, and also a million more acres burned than the 10-year average for mid-July. In a new advisory, the center said fire activity is already mirroring conditions normally not seen until later in the season. Um, yeah, by the way, this is from CBSnews.com in case you're wondering. Blazes have scorched hundreds of thousands of acres since January in the American West, with Colorado and Utah hit hardest. At the end of June, 3 firefighters died and 2 were injured in the Knowles fire along the state's shared border. Of the 48 large wildfires still active nationwide, 10 are in Colorado or Utah. Most others are scattered across Arizona, California, Idaho, Nevada, New Mexico, Oregon, and Washington State. From a landscape point of view, from a fuels point of view, and from a weather and climate point of view, everything has kind of converged. John Mayer, Utah's assistant state climatologist, told CBS News. Prolonged drought, record heat, and historically low snowpack in western states have created the perfect storm of conditions, as Mayer put it, for one of the region's worst wildfire seasons in a decade. Nick Nausler of the Weather Service of the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center said the intensity is not entirely surprising given the conditions that preceded, compounding a snow drought that raised alarms this spring as snow cover dwindled over the Rockies and Cascades. Western states also faced repeated heat waves that began in March and persist into the present. Dan McEvoy a researcher at the Nevada-based Western Regional Climate Center, said the 2026 snowpack in Colorado and Utah was the worst ever seen, in some cases going back to 50 to 75 years. Snowpack across the northern band of Canada has also decreased, and decades-long downturn, according to the Canadian government. An integral part of regional water systems in the U.S. and Canada, the runoff from snowpack brings moisture to downstream soil as it melts. Without enough of it, land and vegetation become increasingly susceptible to ignition. McEvoy said that this year high temperatures triggered premature snow melt that gave the terrain an extra month to dry out before the fire season even began. Climate change. Canadian officials openly blame human-caused climate change for the shifting warmth, snowpack, and drought patterns that underpin its shifting wildfire seasons. U.S. experts told CBS News that while climate change doesn't necessarily tell the entire story of any single fire season, factors like forest management also play a role. Its fingerprints on this one have been difficult to miss. Noah Diffenbaugh, a Stanford University climate scientist, cited research that attributes roughly half of the long-term increase in the area burned across the western U.S. to climate change, meaning that without it, the total acreage burned would be about 50% of what it's been. Higher temperatures influence wildfire patterns, both via snowpack and atmospheric demand, Diffenbaugh said. And these are all trending in a way that increases wildfire risk in the West. At this point, even the most ambitious targets for reducing carbon emissions likely won't be enough to prevent those trends from continuing, he added. A number of western U.S. states just experienced their warmest winters on record, helping drive this year's snow drought. McEvoy said, and Mayer described broader consequences of climate change like fiercer heat and longer stretches of it as loading the dice for harsher fires in any given year. Tim Brown, another climate researcher and McEvoy's colleague, also noted how the West is experiencing hotter droughts than it once did due to the warmer temperatures, which is another factor fueling its wildfires. Brown said a fire season can't be reduced to climate change alone, telling CBS News that climate is enabling fire and weather is driving fire. Yeah, that's crazy, man. The National Interagency Fire Center's most recent seasonal outlook keeps most of the West at above normal risk of wildfires into the fall. Although confidence in the forecast beyond August is lower because of the strengthening El Nino. Some signals point to a possible monsoon offering relief to a handful of states. McEvoy said the pattern is likely to shift north as summer wears on, with above average wildfire potential expected in August and September for Northern California, Oregon, Washington, and the Northern Rockies. Diffenbaugh warned that the West is still early in its fire risk calendar. The Diablo and Santa Ana winds that drive many of the region's most dangerous autumn fires haven't arrived. Okay, let me just see. This is so fucking annoying, man. That woman is so annoying, man. Okay, let me get to. Okay, what are the causes and effects? Let's see. So, to get a better understanding of the wildfires and the causes and effects behind it. So basically, wildfires in Canada are driven by a combination of natural and human-caused ignitions, while their unprecedented scale and intensity are heavily amplified by climate change. The causes is mainly lightning, while responsible for about half of all ignitions. Lightning strikes in remote, unmonitored areas account for up to 90% of the total area burned due to drier, hotter conditions. Human activity, unintentional actions such as unattended campfires, discarded cigarettes, and equipment malfunctions cause the other half of ignitions. Climate change, rising temperatures, faster snow melt, and severe drought make Canadian forests and peatlands highly flammable. Affects severe air pollution, smoke transport causes hazardous particulate matter levels, leading to poor air quality in cities across North America. Ecological destruction, intense fires destroy habitats, devastate boreal forests, and release vast amounts of stored carbon into the atmosphere. Community and economic disruption on wildfires lead to widespread evacuations, loss of infrastructure, and damage to natural resource industries. So there you go, man. These are the cause and effects of the wildfires. All right, let's go on. Let's go on to the next topic. The next topic is going to be let me see. What is the next topic that I want to do actually? Hold on. Let's do International Music Day, since the title of this episode is Music with vibes heals all the wounds. All right, so let's take a look at this, man, and what this is about. So, International Music Day resonates globally every October 1st, honoring music's profound ability to connect cultures and uplift spirits. Declared by the International Music Council in 1974, this day encourages everyone to appreciate the diverse forms and unifying power of music, actively listen to new genres, attend a local concert, or share your favorite tunes with friends. Let's see. Expect the International Music Day deals. As International Music Day is a recognition holiday, promotions often center on appreciation and access to music rather than deep discounts. Expect music streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music to highlight curated playlists or offer trial extensions. Instrument retailers such as Guitar Center and Sweetwater may run special offers on beginner instruments or accessories to encourage new musicians. Audio equipment brands like Bose and Sony could feature discounts on headphones or speakers, enhancing the listening experience. Local music and independent artists might host free workshops or virtual concerts. We will update this page with confirmed live deals as October 1st approaches. So there you go, right there. Partners and brands for International Music Day. Spotify, founded in 2006 in Sweden. Spotify is the largest world's largest audio streaming service, offering millions of songs and podcasts. It has revolutionized how people discover and consume music globally. Yamaha, established in 1887 in Japan, Yamaha Corporation is a multinational conglomerate primarily known for its musical instruments, electronics, and power sports equipment. It produces everything from pianos and to guitars and professional audio gear. Apple Music, launched in 2015 by Apple Incorporated. Apple Music is a popular streaming service offering access to over 100 million songs. Just bear with me, folks. Sorry for the tongue twister. It integrates seamlessly with Apple devices and features exclusive content and live radio. Berklee College of Music, founded in 1945 in Boston, Massachusetts. Berklee is one of the premier contemporary music colleges in the world. It offers a wide range of programs in jazz, rock, and other modern styles, fostering the next generation of musicians. Gibson Brands, an American manufacturer of guitars and other musical instruments. Gibson was founded in 1902 in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is renowned for its iconic electric guitars like the Les Paul and SG, favored by countless legendary musicians. UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, was founded in 1945. It promotes international cooperation through education, science, culture, communication, and information, often supporting initiatives like International Music Day. Live Nation Entertainment was formed in 2010 through the merger of Live Nation and Ticketmaster. This global entertainment company is the largest producer of live music concerts in the world. It connects artists with fans through events, ticketing, and artist management. All righty then. Let me see. International Music Day hero. Yehudi Menuhin 1916 to 1999 was an American-born British violinist, and conductor, widely regarded as one of the greatest musicians of the 20th century. He served as president of the International Music Council from 1969 to 1975, playing a pivotal role in the establishment of International Music Day in 1974. Menuhin was a passionate advocate for music education and its role in fostering peace and understanding across cultures. Now, let's get to the history of an International Music Day. Since its inception in 1949, the International Music Council, an associate organization of UNESCO, um, strongly felt that music had the power to unite communities and foster world peace. The council, especially its president in 1975, Lord Yehudi Menuhin, firmly believed that music can strengthen relationships and bridge cultural gaps among communities. Realizing this, the council decided to devote one day in a year to music. The aim was to harness the power of music to unite communities and cultures and inspire them to coexist harmon- harmoniously. Lord Yehudi Menuhin, arguably America's most prolific violinist and music conductor at the time, as the president of the International Music Council, wrote a letter to the IMC members proclaiming October 1st as the International Music Day. In the letter, he clearly spelled out the reasons for making the day the International Music Day was intended to encourage promoting music, art among all the sections of society, motivate the application of UNESCO's ideals of peace and friendship among people, create space for the evolution of cultures through the exchange of experiences, encourage mutual appreciation of cultures, especially their aesthetic values. Since the first International Music Day on October 1st, 1975, over 150 countries across the globe have celebrated the power of music to unite societies, communities, and people. The day offers people an occasion to celebrate music and contribute towards a more peaceful, joyful, and harmonious society. Events on this day include concerts, exhibitions, seminars on creating music, lectures, music conferences, and so forth. Now, let's go over the timeline for International Music Day timeline. 1949, UNESCO creates the International Music Council. The council was created to advise UNESCO to on on how music can further promote world peace and enable cultures to coexist harmoniously. 1973, the genesis of a day for music. The council passes a resolution in the 15th General Assembly in Lausanne, Switzerland, acknowledging the importance of a day dedicated to music. November 30th, 1974, Yehudi Menuhin proclaims International Music Day. President of the International Music Council, Lord Yehudi Menuhin, writes a letter to all the members of the council proclaiming that October 1st will be celebrated as International Music Day. In 1975, October 1st, 1975, the first ever International Music Day is celebrated. How businesses can celebrate International Music Day? Local businesses can celebrate International Music Day by curating special in-store playlists featuring diverse genres or local artists. Restaurants and cafes could host live acoustic performances, during lunch or dinner hours, offering a unique dining experience. Music stores might offer free introductory lessons or instrument petting zoos for children, encouraging new musicians. Consider partnering with local schools to sponsor music programs or donate instruments and reinforcing the day's recognition of music's power. How to celebrate International Music Day, you ask? Organize a concert of local musicians in every neighborhood. There are budding musicians who would love to play in front of an audience. Organize an orchestra or solo performances. Oh boy, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, music stores might offer free introductory lessons or instrument petting zoos for children, encouraging new musicians. Consider partnering with local schools to sponsor music programs or donate instruments, reinforcing the day's recognition of music's power. How do you celebrate International Music Day, you ask? Organize a concert of local musicians. In every neighborhood, there are budding musicians who would love to play in front of an audience. Organize an orchestra or solo performances at the church or even at at the market square. With permission from the authorities, live stream the performances over Facebook and Instagram for maximum coverage. They will be thrilled to bits at the opportunity. Create a space for silence. Try to persuade people in your in your condominium or apartment complex to switch all noise off for a moment. This will reduce the sound pollution and give them the chance to listen to the sounds of nature, birds chirping, wind whistling, leaves rustling, etc. People will appreciate listening to the music inherent in nature. Invite a speaker on the subject. The music teacher of your local school is perhaps the most respected authority on music in your neighborhood. Perhaps the person who owns the shop selling musical instruments also knows a thing or two about how music unites societies. Get them to speak and inspire kids and youngsters to take up music as a constructive pastime. Five music rights advocated by the International Music Council. So, number one, freedom of musical expression. All people, including children and adults, should be able to involve themselves in music through participation, listening, creating, or sharing and gathering information. Number two, freedom to learn. All children and adults have the right to learn any musical language and skill. Number three, right of access. All children and adults should be able to involve themselves in music through participation, listening, creating, or sharing and gathering information. Number four, development of artistry. All musical artists should have the freedom to develop their artistry and communicate through all media with proper facilities. Number five, right to fair remuneration. Hold on, remuneration. Um, all musical artists should be allowed to obtain fair remuneration, and just recognition for their musical creation and performances. Why we love International Music Day, you ask? Music is therapeutic. Just listening to music in any form, whether it's jazz, classical, folk, etc., is therapeutic. The great philosopher, the great philosopher, um, Plato rightly said, in quote, music gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life. Just allowing yourself to indulge in music in the moment can soothe our uh, pre hold on, Perennially frayed nerves. Traffic is stopped by authorities. In some countries, the authorities ask people to observe traffic stoppage briefly to maintain a few moments of silence and curb sound pollution. Such rare occasions need to be savored. Free music is played in the city squares. At many city squares worldwide, soulful and melodious music is amplified through public speakers, etc. It is a feast for sore souls and minds. Experience your muscles relax when you hear the symphonies playing out, especially early in the morning. Um, all right, so this year, Thursday, October 1st, next year, 2027, on Friday, October 1st, 2028, Sunday, October 1st, 2029, Monday, October 1st, and 2030, Tuesday, October 1st. So there you go, right there. Now, before I go on to the recap of the NAACP Image Awards, I want to explain the difference between someone being nominated versus someone who wins a award. I want to actually explain this because I think this is important to actually to actually understand that. All right, so here we go. Hang on 1 second here. Let me just. So, a nomination means an individual or work has been officially selected as a candidate or finalist for an award, while winning, on the other hand, means the nominee has received the most votes or the highest evaluation and has been chosen as the absolute top recipient of that specific award. All right, so here is the difference between the two in more detail. Recognition level: nominations signal high quality work, peer respect, and notable achievement within a field, acknowledging that someone is among the best of the year. Winning goes a step further by conferring the ultimate title, trophy, or prize for the absolute best performance or project. The process: most award programs require a multi step process where a large pool of entries is narrowed down to a select few nominees by a committee. From that short list, the final winner is chosen through a secondary voting round or by a specific judging panel. Impact on careers: while a nomination boosts professional visibility and credibility, winning an award usually results in more tangible long-term benefits such as increased salary potential, greater industry prestige, and lasting legacy. So yeah, so there you have it right there. Now to go over the highlights. Now to go over the highlights actually. Now to go over the highlights, all right? Okay. So, according to Variety, the 57th NAACP Image Awards are here, and the stars are outfitted in their best looks on the baby blue carpet. The telecast, hosted by Dion Cole, caps the NAACP's week-long celebration of Black excellence, with awards presented in more than 90 categories. Awards across film, television, and streaming, music, literature, and podcasts. Ryan Coogler's period vampire drama Sinners received the most nominations with 18 nods, while Bel Air led all television shows with 7 nominations. During the show, um, special honors, special honors will be presented to industry icons Viola Davis, Coleman Domingo, and of course the legendary hip hop group Salt and Pepper and DJ Spinderella. And the Entertainer of the Year will be revealed. Nominees for that prize the show's signature category are Cynthia Erivo, Dolce, Kendrick Lamar, Michael B. Jordan, and Tiana Taylor. So there you go. So Tiana Taylor, Entertainer of the Year nominee Tiana Taylor arrives on the blue carpet at the NAACP Awards. And Cheryl Salt James, Deidre DJ Spinnerella Roper, and Sandra Pepper Denton pose on the carpet at the 57th NAACP Image Awards. The pioneering rap group will be inducted into the NAACP Image Awards Hall of Fame. Coleman Domingo arrives at the NAACP Image Awards. The Emmy winner and Oscar nominee will receive the President's Award during the ceremony. Chairman's Award honoree Viola Davis poses on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards with her husband Julius Tenen and daughter Genesis Tenen. Keke Palmer strikes a glamorous pose at the NAACP Image Awards. Ryan Michelle Baif and Sterling K. Brown smile for photographers at the NAACP Image Awards. Chase Infinity, one battle after another breakout. Chase Infinity attends the NAACP Image Awards. Sinners producers Sev Ohanian, Zinzi Kugler, and Ryan Kugler attend the NAACP Image Awards. Sinners stars Wunmi Masaku and Delroy Lindo arrive at the NAACP Image Awards. Kerry Washington poses on the red carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Dion Cole was the host of the NAACP Awards, arrived at the carpet. Tyler poses for photographers on the baby blue carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. And you have Halle Bailey, the You and Me and Tuscany attends the NAACP Image Awards. Quinta Brunson, the creator and star of Abbott Elementary, attends the NAACP Image Awards. Cross star Aldous Hodge poses with Sinners breakout Miles Caton on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Reggae Jean Page, the You and Me and Tuscany attends the NAACP Image Awards. Issa Rae poses on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Tyler James Williams, the star of Abbott Elementary, on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Chloe Bailey attends the NAACP Image Awards. You have Nnamdi Asomugha attends the NAACP Image Awards. Janelle James, the star of Abbott Elementary, smiles for photographers at the NAACP Image Awards. You have Tariq Withers, reminders of him, attends the NAACP Image Awards. Cinestar Jamie Lawson on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Yuzo Aduba attends the NAACP Image Awards. Lovey Simone, Forever Star, poses for photographers at the NAACP Image Awards. Eva Marcel poses on the blue carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Edwina Finley shines on the blue carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Marvin Peebles was there. Actor and director was posing on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Michelle Buteau poses on the carpet at the NAACP Image Awards. Don Lemon attends the NAACP Image Awards. You have Imayat Imayat um, Corinaldi attends the NAACP Image Awards. Reasonable Doubt star Terrence J and Trevor Jackson during pre-show live stream at the 57th NAACP Image Awards. Kyla Pratt was there. Poses on the carpet before calls in the live stream pre-show for the NAACP Image Awards. Brandon Claiborne, Beyond the Gay Star, smiles for photographers at the NAACP Image Awards. Miranda Ray Mayo, Chicago Firestar, poses for photographers at the NAACP Awards. Pretty V poses on the carpet at the NAACP Awards. Elijah Blake was there. Miss Pat was there. From the Miss Pat show, and Jabari Banks from Bel Air was at the NAACP Awards. Tabitha Brown smiles for photographers at the NAACP Awards. Michael Cooper Jr., Forever Star, was at the NAACP Image Awards. Sky Black and KJ Smith were both there at the NAACP Image Awards. Iana Lee, highest to lowest actress on the carpet at the 57th NAACP Image Awards. Jordan Coleman strikes a pose on the carpet at the NAACP Awards. David Banner was there at the NAACP Awards. Mignon, Sister Star, attends the NAACP Image Awards. Claudia Jordan was there as well. Who won? I want to actually get to that too. Who won? I want to see who won though. Let me see. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. It's not what I meant to do. Who won? I want to see who won. Okay. Let me see. So let's take a look at the winners actually. All right. So all right, so this is from Ebony. Okay. So let's take a look here. So Lionel Richie presented the night's most anticipated award of the night, Entertainer of the Year, where cine star Michael B. Jordan accepted the award for a second time. Jordan continued to give great thanks to his devoted mom. You are love in human form and my emotional North Star, and helped me become the man I've become today. He thanked his father for instilling a sense of confidence that allowed him to thrive in any room. Let's see. And who else? Yeah, Sinners took home a slew of awards, including Outstanding Motion Picture. The film's creator, Ryan Coogler, congratulated fellow nominees and thanked the viewing audience for wrapping its arms around the film. Jordan got major applause for receiving the Outstanding Actor in a Motion Picture for his dual roles in the film. He spoke about the connection to the NAACP since his childhood, how he was poured into in his formative years and felt seen and welcomed. Jordan then dedicated the award to his fellow actor, the late great Chadwick Boseman. As my brother, our time on this planet is short, he reflected. That's why I want to be here and be as present as I can with you guys as much as possible, man. I love being black. I love y'all. Miles Catan won Outstanding Breakthrough Performance in a Motion Picture for his lyrical work in Sinners. The 2025 Power 100 Ebony awardee gave honor to God, who is the head of my life. He thanks the film's creative genius Ryan Coogler for taking a chance on him and his fellow cast. Catan encouraged up and coming actors and performers to keep reaching for their dreams. You are only one post away. You are only one video away. Your moment is not as far as you think it is. Just stay ready, stay prepared, and keep God first. Outstanding supporting actor in the motion picture winner Delroy Lindo joined Coogler on stage to present the Outstanding Actress Motion Picture Award to Cynthia Erivo for her work in Wicked for Good. Lindo thanked the community for supporting him amid the recent BAFTA incident, as Coogler reminded us that being in a room where our narrative does not need to be explained or diminished does indeed matter. Abbott Elementary showrunner star Quinta Brunson added to her collection, scoring another win in the Outstanding Actress Comedy Series category. She thanked the NAACP for allowing her and the rest of the room to celebrate their blackness. She also gave love to the cast and creators of Sinners, whose stars experienced a racial incident at the BAFTAs earlier in the week. Starring K. Brown became a triple NAACP Image Award winner, receiving the award for Outstanding Actor Drama Series for his work on Paradise, which he also executive produces. After saying the full name of the NAACP, he spoke about the attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and gave love for black women, including his leading lady wife, Ryan Michelle Bath. NAACP President and CEO Derek Johnson introduced a special presentation for Jesse Jackson, followed by Samuel Jackson, who lyrically eulogized the late great political activist and leader, quoting one of his most famous lines, "I am somebody." Viola Davis accepted the Knight's Chairman's Award for dedicated activism and advocacy. The EGOT is dedicated to the Hunger Is campaign and eradicating food insecurity across the nation. She spoke about finding the hero path and aligning the person you became with the person you could have become on your dying day. There is no man behind the curtain who has control over your life, she declared. Our crown has already been bought and paid for. All we have to do is wear it. Salt and Pepper, the First Ladies of Rap, accepted the 2026 NAACP Award Hall of Fame Award like only they would. Cheryl Salt James dropped lyrics on the challenges of 2025 and the morality of our men, while Sandra Pepper Denton and Deidre DJ Spinderella Roper shared emotional words around life and legacy. Coleman Domingo accepted the President's Award honor with signature style, dressed in mustard yellow. Oh shit. The Michael Starr noted that you don't get to the NAACP Image Award stage alone. It's thanks to family, including his stepfather, who fired him from his blue-collar summer job and encouraged the actor and activist to work with his mind and do good things in the world. Domingo has made it a personal mission to portray every man he portrays with full humanity and with love. All right, so here are the night's winners and best moments. So, Outstanding Drama Series, Reasonable Doubt. Outstanding Actress Drama Series, 911, Angela Bassett. Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture, Delroy Lindo. Sinners, Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture, Wanmi Masaku for Sinners. Performance by a youth in a series, special TV movie or limited series, Leah Jeffries, Percy Jackson, and the Olympians. Actor in a comedy series, the Cedric the Entertainer for The Neighborhood. Supporting actress in a comedy series, Janelle James, Abbott Elementary. Comedy series, Abbott Elementary also won too. So there you go, right there. That was your highlights. Now, let's get to hold on a second here. Let's get to some more music stuff. So let's get to hip hop artists who've gone diamond. Well, it used to be platinum, but diamond actually makes more sense. It actually makes more sense though. But anyway, so let's see. All right. So starting with 21 Savage, Post Malone's Rockstar as well. 50 Cent in the Club. You got A Boogie with the Hoodie, Drowning featuring Kodak Black. Beastie Boys, Licensed to 3 album. Big Sean, I Don't Fuck With You with E40. You got B.O.B. Airplanes featuring Haley Williams. Bryson Tiller, Don't. Cardi B, Bodak Yellow, Like It featuring Bad Bunny and J Balvin. Maroon 5's Girls Like You featuring Cardi B. Chris Brown, No Guidance featuring Drake. Drake, God's Plan. Hotline Bling, One Dance featuring Wizkid and Kyla. Future's Life Is Good featuring Drake. Travis Scott's Sycamore featuring Drake. Rihanna's Work featuring Drake. Lil Wayne's Love Me featuring Drake and Future. Chris Brown's No Guidance featuring Drake. Hold On, We're Going Home featuring Majid Jordan. Best I Ever Had. Nice for What. Take Care album. The Motto featuring Lil Wayne. Headlines, Passion Fruit, Nonstop. Future's Wait For You featuring Drake and Thames. E40, I Don't Fuck With You. Eminem, I Love The Way You Lie featuring Rihanna. Lose Yourself, Not Afraid. Marshall Mathers LP album, The Eminem Show. Curtain Call, The Hits album. Fetty Wap, Trap Queen. Flow Rider, Low featuring T-Pain. French Montana, Unforgettable featuring Sway Lee of Ray Shrummer. Future, Life Is Good featuring Drake. Lil Wayne's Love Me featuring Drake and Future. Mask Off, Low Life featuring The Weeknd. Wait For You featuring Drake and Thames. Gunna, Drip Too Hard with Little Baby. Jack Harlow, What's Poppin'. Niggas in Paris with Kanye West. Rihanna's Umbrella featuring Jay-Z. Empire State of Mind featuring Alicia Keys. J. Cole, Middle Child. Juicy J. Katy Perry's Dark Horse featuring Juicy J. Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott's Goosebumps featuring Kendrick Lamar. Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams. Kid Cudi's Pursuit of Happiness featuring MGMT and Rat Tat Tat. Kodak Black, A Boogie with the Hoodies. Drowning featuring Kodak Black. Kyle, I Spy with Lil Yachty. Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. Little Baby, Drip Too Hard with Gunna. Lil Jon, Usher's Yeah featuring Lil Jon and Ludacris. Lil Nas X, Old Town Road featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. Little Uzi Vert, EXO Tour Life. Lil Wayne, Lollipop featuring Static Major. Love Me featuring Drake and Future. Drake's Motto featuring Lil Wayne and Tiger. Lil Yachty, I Spy with Kyle. Ludacris, Justin Bieber's Baby featuring featuring Ludacris. Yeah. Usher's Yeah featuring Lil Jon and Little Baby. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Thrift Shop featuring Wands. Can't Hold Us featuring Ray Dalton. MC Hammer, Please Don't Hurt Him album. Nelly Country Grammar album. Nicki Minaj, Super Bass, Karol G's Tulsa, Tusa, excuse me, featuring Nicki Minaj, Starships, Offset, Tiger's Taste, featuring Offset, Outkast, Speaker Box, and the Love Below album, Pharrell Williams, Happy, Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines, featuring T.I. and T.I., Pitbull, Give Me Everything, featuring Neo, Afrojack, and Nair, Timber, featuring Kesha, Post Malone, Congratulations, featuring Quavo, Sunflower with Sway Lee from Ray Shrummer, White Iverson's Psycho featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Rockstar featuring 21 Savage, Better Now, I Fall Apart, Circles, and Wow. Quavo, Post Malone's Congratulations featuring Quavo, Rowdy Rich, The Box, Roscoe Dash, Waka Flocka Flames, No Hands featuring Roscoe Dash and Wale, Snoop Dogg, Katy Perry's California Girls featuring Snoop Dogg, Sway Lee, French Montana's Unforgettable featuring Sway Lee from Ray Shrummer's Sunflower with Post Malone. T-Pain, Flow Riders, Low featuring T-Pain, T.I., Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines featuring T.I., featuring Pharrell. Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling. Late great Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls, Life After Death album. The Weeknd, The Hills, Can't Feel My Face, Blinding Lights, Starboy, Earned It, Die For You, Save Your Tears, Futures, Low Life featuring The Weeknd. Travis Scott, Sycamore featuring Drake and Sway Lee. Goosebumps featuring Kendrick Lamar. Trippy Red, Triple X Tentacion's Fuck Love featuring Trippy Red. The late great Tupac Shakur Greatest Hits album, All Eyes on Me album. Ty Dolla $ign, Post Malone Psycho featuring Ty Dolla $ign. Tiger Taste featuring Offset, Drake's The Model featuring Lil Wayne and Tyga. Yeah, I don't need to repeat that. Wiz Khalifa, See You Again featuring Charlie Puth, dedicated to Paul Walker. Triple X Tentacion, Sad Fuck Love featuring Trippy Red, and Kanye West, Stronger Niggas in Paris with Jay-Z, Gold Digger featuring Jamie Foxx and Heartless. Young Thug, Camille Bales, Havana featuring Young Thug as well. So, let me see. Anything else? Hang on 1 second here. I guess I can do. Hold on 1 second here. I guess I could do one more. Oh, there it is. All right, so this recent Friday that passed, actually, this is 45 hip hop and R&B releases you need to add to your playlist. So starting with number 1, The Real Me by Future. Number 2, The Dream, Love Hate 2. Let me see. Number 3, Kelela, New Avatar. Number 4, Neo, Highway 79. Number 5, Coco Jones, Body So T. Number 6, The Womack Sisters, If I Let You. Little Kim featuring number 7, Little Kim, French Montana, Max B, Ever Since You Left Me freestyle. Number 8, Kalela featuring Pink Pantheress, The Bridge. Number 9, Tierra Whack, Candle Wax. Number 10, Diamond, Bling Slime Volume 1, hosted by DJ Holiday. Number 11, Masego, recommend. Number 12, Chef G All In. Number 13, Rilo Rodriguez, Eliza Bless Me Up. Number 14, Rob 49 featuring YTB Fat Fox BD 300 Blackout. Number 15, Busy Crook, Underdogs Win Eventually. Russ Hell. Number 16. Number 17, Negros de la Raza, La Pora Neta. Number 18, Dinner Party. If it ain't broke, love wins. Huh. ain't that something? Let's see. What is going on here? Number 19, Headband, Boozy Badass, That Sound remix. Number 20, Ayetian, Jam Pack. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Trying to figure out where I left off. Let me see. Yes, so number 20, Asaki MCBH. Number 22, Jay Worthy, George Clinton, Atomic P. Number 23, Larizzi, Skittle Bandana. Number 14, Yo Dog Cameras. Number 25, Jay Stone, Up the River. Number 26, Yata Bands, At a Time. Number 27, Night Lavelle, Run. Number 28, 112, Honey Love, Dance With Me, the remix. Number 29, Trey Loaded, Bankroll, Got It. A long way from No Way. Number 30, Divine Karama, Amadeus 360, Guardians of the Boom Bap. Number 31, Nate Smith, Kiefer Cartoons, Kenny Beats Fathers. Number 32, Corey Guns, 99, 999, 999s. Number 33, Jazz Chorus, 20 something. Number 34, Young Lyric, Late Night. Number 35, Gifton Jellin, Island Dreamer, 3 of 3. Number 36, Anais Sunshine / P for P. Not sure what that is. Number 37, Stoic featuring Nike, Caution, Jev, CJ Fly, Hunting Season. Number 38, Kareem Lomax, Offline. Number 39, Buckshot, The Package. Number 40, Leanna Banks, I'll Be That. Make sure you check her out on Spotify and other music platforms, wherever you get your music. Number 41, Hood Trophy, Beano, Drama Kid. Number 42, Al G. Smith, OTW. Number 43, Girl Talk, Michael Christmas, Chris Crack, Vending Machine, Shark Charcuterie Board. Number 44, Sammy Johnson, I Heart You. And number 45, Red Life. Okay, here we go. All right, anything else I need to talk about here? I want to actually make sure I cover the basics here. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I could not find anything in regards to 13. Oh, hip hop dropped out of Billboard Hot 100 chart. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Hold on a second. Where is it? Where is this? Damn. I can't find it. Wait, did they really drop? Did they really drop out? Let me see this, because okay, so hip hop dropped out. Let me see. Um, hip hop dropped out of Billboard Hot 100 charts. There's gotta be a reason for this shit too. There's gotta be a reason. So let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me see this. So, and this is from Complex. So, hip hop is in the middle of an unusual chart slump. According to a statistic circling online, the genre has now gone 9 straight months without placing a song in the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, a streak that underscores a noticeable shift in mainstream music. The last hip hop track to break into that tier was Drake's "What Did I Miss" back in July 2025. Since then, no rap release has managed to crack the upper echelon of the chart, a rarity of a genre that has dominated streaming and radio for much of the past decade. Oh boy, that sucks, man. That has to really fucking suck. Wow, wow. That's wow. That's something else. Um, hold on. All right. Okay. 2 hours. Okay. Um. Okay. So the drought has sparked conversation across the industry, with fans and analysts pointing to a mix of factors, from changing listener habits to the rise of genre blending pop and international sounds. Worth pointing out here is that Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther, which earlier this year took home Grammys for Record of the Year and Best Melodic Rap Performance, um, enjoyed a lengthy run at the top of the Hot 100 chart in 2025. By October, the song first released in 2024 had fallen out of the Hot 100 entirely, thanks in part to recent Billboard rule changes. Despite the low, attention remains firmly on Drake, who could be the artist to break the streak once again. The Toronto superstar has been quietly building toward his next solo album, Iceman, which is out right now, um, which would mark his first full length release since 2023's For All the Dogs. While no, well, yeah, well, it's out right now actually. We're focused, trust me, with Sheffin. He said during a live stream earlier this year, signaling that new music is on the way. Several tracks believed to be tied to Iceman have already surfaced, including Which One, Doghouse, and What Did I Miss. So there you go, right there. All right. Okay, so there you go. There you go. I want to. What I haven't. Okay, so I want to do. Let me see what else I could do. I want to do the TV stuff. Right. All right. Let's get to the TV stuff. All right. Let's go to TV show checkouts. All right. All right. Let's get into this. Yeah, all right. So let's go on to the lineup. Okay, so let's get into the lineup here. So, all right. So, okay, here is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Season 5 on ABC. It's out today actually. A Shop for Killers Disney Plus season 2 is out today. Also out today is Elite Force, new drama new drama series on Netflix. Pompeii Out of Time with Tom Hiddleston on the new documentary series National Geographic. Behind Bars, Officer Cam, new docuseries on A&E. You Are Called What? Um, New docuseries on Nat Geo Wild. Tomorrow, July 23rd, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 4 on Paramount Plus. Stewart Fails to Save the Universe, new comedy series, HBO Max. Ransom Canyon, Season 2 on Netflix. Colette's and Colette's, Season 3 on Netflix. Impractical Jokers, Season 13 on TBS. Pompeii Out of Time, new documentary series on National Geographic. Restaurant Impossible, Last Call, new unscripted series on Food Network. Gone, season 1 of British drama series on BritBox. July 24th, which is a Friday, Mustafa Cafe new drama series on Netflix. Soy Luna season 4 on Hulu and Disney Plus. Nirvana the band, the show, new comedy series on Disney Plus. Breaking Bear new animated comedy series on Tubi. Rosemont Rental HGTV docuseries. July 25th, Fox Saratoga Saturday season 4 on Fox. July 26th, The Walking Dead Dead City season 3 on AMC. The Great Food Truck Race season 19 on Food Network. Life in the W new docuseries ESPN. July 27th, Furious new drama series on Hulu. President Curtis new adult animated series Adult Swim. July 28th, Kitchen Nightmares season 3 time slot premiere on Fox. Beat Shazam season 8 on Fox. Kitchen Undercover new unscripted series on Food Network. July 29th, Wrath new drama series Netflix. The Proud Family Louder and Prouder season 4 and final season on Disney Plus. Diara from Detroit season 2 Paramount Plus. The Ark season 3 on Sci-Fi. Eon's Life and Death on Pangea new docuseries on PBS. July 30th, House of Stasi new unscripted series Hulu. Paris is always a good idea. New drama limited series Hallmark Plus. July 31st, Fightland new drama series on Stars. Batman Cape Crusader season 2 on Prime Video. Put a Ring on It. Cheat Hab new docuseries on OWN. August 2nd, Lioness season 3 on Paramount Plus. The Librarians, the next chapter, season 2 on TNT. The Mega Brands That Built America season 4 on History. Naked and Afraid Shipwreck new docuseries on Discovery. Decades in Sports new docuseries on CNN. Unknown Serial Killers of America season 2 Oxygen. August 3rd, Futurama season 14 on Hulu. The Chelsea Detective season 4 Acorn TV. Hard Knocks Training Camp with the Seattle Seahawks season 22 on HBO. Actually, August 4th sounds right. Wizards Beyond Waverly Place season 3 final season on Disney Channel. Special Ops True new docuseries Paramount Plus. Daz Boots choice. Season 2 on MHZ. The Dressing Room Out TV season 2. August 5th, Ted Lasso season 4 Apple TV. 100 Years of Solitude season 2 final season on Netflix. 1670 Netflix season 3. Let's Marry Harry new dating series on Netflix. The Shards new drama series on FX. Sterling Point new drama series Prime Video. Star Wars Vision presents The Ninth Jedi new animated series on Hulu and Disney Plus. The Challenge Cutthroat season 42 MTV. How to Catch a Dirtbag new docuseries Discovery. The Hard Acres season 2 of British drama series BritBox. August 6th, My Life with the Walter Boys season 3 Netflix. Monsters of God new docuseries on HBO. Escape from Alcatraz new docuseries on Discovery. Dope Unit new drama series All Black. August 7th, Death Incorporated season 4's final season Netflix. Alley Cats new animated comedy series on Netflix. Flex X Cop season 2 on Disney Plus. Anna Pigeon new drama series on USA Network. Age Inappropriate new Danish series We TV. The Chosen in the Wild with Bear Grylls, new docuseries, Prime Video. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Roaring 20th, new unscripted series on Bravo, Double Lives of Suburban Wives, new unscripted series, TLC. I'm gonna save the rest of this for next time, so I want to actually get to. I want to actually get to. I want to get to. If I have time. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. If I have time, actually. Okay. And all right. I haven't done this segment in a long time, so let's get to podcast free game mechanisms. This is where I actually give, upcoming new podcasters that's actually trying to launch their show off the ground. All right. So this is where I'm actually going to actually do this. So let's do this. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Okay. Now you want to know how to start a podcast, right? Listen. You don't necessarily need like a studio to actually do that. All you need is your laptop and a supporting software where you can use YouTube, where you can use Twitch, Kick, or any other supporting apps that you use to do your live streams, right? So that's pretty much that's the first thing. You also need a microphone, and alongside with some headphones that are your type. It doesn't have to be the one that you plug in. You can get a wireless one on Amazon. Also, I always say this before I get off the air, man. If you're an artist, whether you are a rapper, hip hop artist, um, a singer in R&B, any music genres, whether you are a podcaster who hosts his own show on YouTube and all that other stuff, you don't necessarily need validation from networks. All right. You don't necessarily need that because, from what I've been reading, there's been some crazy layoffs and stuff that's been going on at ESPN. So, I think it's best that you actually build your own platform rather than being under a podcast network, because you never know when somebody might, you know, lay you off and stuff. So there you go right there. And also, don't let anybody tell you that there's no money into certain things that you're trying to build. These things take time. And I believe when it comes to a person having a career, nobody uses the word profession anymore. This is 2026. Nobody uses the word profession anymore. It's careers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Um, and also, like, you can't use you can't use somebody else's somebody else's experiences as far as like them having having a fancy degree or whatever case scenario may be. Everybody's experiences is a little different. And you can't live for other people just because they got fancy degrees. You can't live for other people. I'm realizing I can't live for other people. I can't live for my mother, and I can't live for anybody else for that matter. I gotta live for me, not based on the high expectations of a good paying job. It has to be something that I love to do, something fun that I like to do, not just be stuck at a job all day long and not enjoying the things that I love to do. It's just to me, it's like a slap in the face. So, and another thing I want to clear up though, actually, it's not that I don't have a fucking skill. It's the fact that we're going through amounts of massive layoffs. Why? Because of bad management, bad decisions, bankruptcies, all of that stuff. And please forgive me for, a little vent session. I just want to express myself and how I feel about certain things. Certain things that kind of bothered me, actually. And listen to me. Like I always say, follow your goals and dreams. Don't let some dream killer tell you that there's no money into things when you just trying to build your own platform. You don't necessarily need validation. I had to learn how to produce my own episodes without relying on a producer, because the thing with producers, what some people may not understand, is that they're very expensive, just like recording studios are so expensive, including engineers. So that's why I watch podcast shows, so that way I don't have to worry about, relying on a producer, because everything's expensive right now because of inflation. So yeah, I guess the moral of the story is to this segment right here is, do what you want to do. Don't live for your parents. Don't live for your parents. Live for you. Be the best version that you could be. Right? So there you go right there, man. I'm going to hold off on podcast free game. No, I'm gonna hold off on podcast juice of the week. I'm gonna hold that off for the next episode. I'm not gonna do this today, actually. I want to get to this other segment that I want to do, actually. So let's get into this next segment right here. This is the video game entertainment newsroom. All right. So let's do this. Okay, let's get into this. All right, so GTA 5 players, right? Let's get into the Gaming Bible article right here. So this was posted a while back actually. With GTA 6 postponed until November, fans of the franchise have doubled back on GTA 5 to pass the time. Money is always a problem when building up your world in the game, but a current opportunity could put $500,000 in player pockets very very little effort. Grand Theft Auto is an RPG experience that offers surprising player freedom while working through the main storyline. GTA 5, the Steam Enhanced Edition, which dropped in March of 2025, has taken players back to the title, encouraging fan made mods, online role playing servers, and new adventures. To keep this game to keep this in-game lifestyle going. However, players are going to need some cash right now. A pretty decent chunk of change can be earned from the comfort of your gaming chair thanks to an ongoing offer that partners with Twitch streamers. How to get $500,000 for free in GTA 5. As explained by the promotion on the Rockstar Games website, players can get $500,000 in game and a samurai livery by watching specific Twitch streams online. To claim in to claim the in-game rewards, players must link their Twitch and Rockstar Game accounts with Grand Theft Auto Online. Let's see. So GTA 5 players will have the opportunity to watch Japanese creators and earn money based on the time they spent on the stream. The breakdown is as follows: 1 hour, $200,000 in game currency; 2 hours, 300,000 in game currency; 3 hours Street Samurai Livery. To get these awards, you must make sure your Rockstar and Twitch accounts are connected and that you are watching the drop enabled streams. Once you have completed the above requirements, the Twitch drops will become available to claim. While players have to put a bit of work into grabbing these free Twitch drops for GTA 5, the money and library will be a great addition to anyone's current game. With months of perspective GTA 5 gameplay ahead, players will need every penny for their GTA 6 countdown projects. So yeah, so there you go, right there. And um, GTA Online players can claim a free membership to GTA Plus, which is perfectly timed for the latest expansion size content update that launches today. GTA 5 is not only one of the most successful video games of all time, but it's also one of the most successful forms of media in the entire entertainment industry, and that includes TV and film. One of the main reasons why GTA 5 has continued to be such a huge success over the years, other than being a fantastic single player experience in its own right, it is its additional online mode, GTA Online. In GTA Online, players interact with other players across the world, causing all sorts of mayhem, and those players are encouraged to come back for more, thanks to Rockstar Games regularly supporting it with meaty content updates. GTA Plus offers players additional perks on the online version of Los Santos. Um, in March 2022, Rockstar Games launched GTA Plus, an optional subscription service that costs $5.99, four euros and 99 cents a month, and grants GTA Online players additional perks such as exclusive cosmetics, vehicles, in-game currency, and even free games during Red Dead Redemption, Bully, and LA Noire. So yeah, there you go right there. If you've ever been tempted to check out GTA Plus, but you have been unsure of whether or not you want to cough up the cash, you can get a free month right now on Rockstar Games, just in time for the latest GTA Online content update, the Court Center Heist. How do you claim a free month of GTA Plus, you ask? That's simple. All you have to do is pre-order GTA 6 digitally on either the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Marketplace. If you were planning on pre-ordering the game anyway, it makes sense to take advantage of this offer, even if you only dabble in GTA Online from time to time. The free month of GTA Plus must be claimed before March 31st, 2027, and this pre-order bonus is offered alongside the Vintage Vice City pack. If you decide that you are not interested in continuing the subscription, it can be canceled at any time by turning off the auto renewal in your account on the dedicated GTA Plus website. It might be a good idea to set a reminder on your phone days before the auto renewal kicks in, just in case. And I don't know if I'm going to do all that. Let's see. So what is the Court Center Heist update? So the Court Center Heist is the first major content update of its kind in GTA Online since the KO Perico heist in 2020, and focuses on performing heists, a traditional component of the online game. The premise of the story is that with the help of a client named Mr. Faber, who more than likely has told sinister motives, as well as the fixer Raf D. Angeles. You and your squad are tasked with infiltrating the court center to steal some highly valuable pieces of artwork. New pieces of artwork will also rotate, offering some replay value, as well as offering multiple strategies and escape routes. The content update brings a new art studio expansion for mansion owners too. Plus, there's new vehicles, weapons, cosmetics, and more. The Court Center Heist update is available from today across all available GTA 5 and GTA Online platforms. As for GTA 6, that will be released on November 19th of this year. Um check your check your local calendars on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. Mark your calendars. All right. All right, let's go to Wolverine. Let's go to hold on. Hold on a second. I want to touch on this. I want to touch on this actually. So this is according to the folks from oh boy. What the hell? All right, let me see. 9% left. Oh boy. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, let me make sure. Oh boy, 8% left, 14 left. Oh boy. All right, so Paramount Pictures has getting in on the video game action for the Call of Duty movie. It was announced back in September 2025 a live action Call of Duty movie was officially in the works, and the deal that encompassed the potential for Paramount to expand the Call of Duty universe across film and TV. Later, it was confirmed that Berg, whose previous writer on director credits include Very Bad Things, Friday Night Lights, Lone Survivor, and Patriots Day, will be co-writing and co-producing and directing the film. Joining Berg on co-writing and co-producing duties is Taylor Sheridan, the co-creator of Yellowstone and creators of its prequels, 1883, 1923, and writer Sicario, and all that stuff. As a lifelong fan of Call of Duty, this is truly a dream come true. Paramount Chairman and CEO David Ellison said in a statement last year about the deal was originally announced. From the first Allied campaigns in the original Call of Duty through Modern Warfare and Black Ops, I spent countless hours playing this franchise that I love, that I absolutely love. Being entrusted by Activision and players worldwide to bring this extraordinary storytelling. Hold on. Storytelling universe to the big screen is both an honor and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Activision, President Rock Kostich added at the time, throughout its history, Call of Duty has captured our imagination with incredible action and intense stories that have brought millions of people together from all around the world, and that focus on making incredible Call of Duty games remain unwavering. With Paramount, we have found a fantastic partner who we will work with to take that visceral, breathtaking action to the big screen and then defining a cinematic moment. The film will honor and expand upon what was made this franchise great in the first place. We cannot wait to get started. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on the Wolverine thing because this laptop is about to go dead. I have to hurry up so I can actually have to hurry up and get off of this. So hold on a second. All right, stream choices on the go. Here we go. Right here, right now. Let's go. Okay, make sure you follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on Facebook alongside with Bluesky Social, Threads, and Instagram. The same goes for my other podcast shows, which is my sports show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, alongside with the entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, G Money Stacks 555, and on the YouTube channel page. Leave a like and a comment alongside with what you thought about the topics in this episode. And also you can follow me on the gram and Threads as well, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. And of course, share the videos, hype the videos. You can also click on the notification alerts so you can you'll know when I'll go on the air live and all that great stuff right there. So if you missed out on any episodes, please feel free to catch up. And that's gonna do it for me. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, rhymes with now or later. And I'd like to say thank you very much for hearing me out and expressing how I feel in this vent session. And of course, remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. It's not gonna be given to you on a fucking silver platter. And of course, if you plan on doing whatever dream you try to do, whatever career field it is, don't live it for your parents. You live it for you. You gotta do you. Be on your P's and Q's creatively, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision, especially when it comes to content creation on YouTube and podcasts as well. So yeah, there you go right there. I'm about to be out of here. I gotta charge this laptop right now. So stay tuned for more new topics in the next episode. I'll be back. Peace and one love. And in the words of Ken Stars, make sure you check out his radio show alongside with Linda and Ray Ray on Tri-State of Mind on Hot 97 Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Peace and one love. Have a good night, everybody.